feeling this evening? Yeah? Energized as well? Any injuries or anything I should know about before we begin? Aside from yeah. Okay. Bad knee. Okay. No problem. Well, anything doesn't feel quite right, give me a shout. We'll start standing in just a moment. Please forgive my hair, it's just...
Did you get caught in the shower?
Yeah, shower. I washed it last night. You know, like, what's the point of doing anything with it? It's such a mess. Excellent. So, wait a few more seconds and we're ready to go. How's everybody's week going so far? Yeah? Everyone's very focused. Ready. Great. Okay. I don't think everyone's coming online, which is good. So let's start with the feet together. Turn your heels out to the corners of the room, front of the feet to follow. Have a look down, check your feet to hips, distance and higher. Soft through the knees, bring your hands to your hips, send the hips all the way back. And all the way forwards. All the way back. And all the way forwards. All the way back. All the way forwards. And then coming to the midway point between the two. Straighten the knees, bring your hands to the outside of the ribs. Big breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Again, through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Arms down by your sides. Roll your shoulders. And remember your golden thread from the base of your skull. Keep your arms tall. Let's turn the head side to side. Down towards the floor, up towards the ceiling. And coming to neutral, bring your hands to your shoulders. Roll the shoulders around. Keep the navel drawn into the spine, reverse direction. Enjoy the calm before the storm. Bring your fingertips together, soft through the knees, elbows wide, twisting around side to side. And coming back to center, bring your hands to your hips, and then one leg up, circle elbows. Reverse direction. Holding that point and flex the foot. And gently place it down. Other side comes up, circling. And reverse direction. And point and flex the foot. And gently place it down. Coming to the top of your mat, make sure you've got space behind you. We're going to go for a step back lunge with an overhead reach. So making sure the hip bones face forward, take a nice big step back and take your arms overhead. In this position, you want to make sure that your hips aren't twisting towards the back leg. You want to keep the hip bones facing forwards. So it might be a little lean in towards that front leg. Try and get quite low in the legs. And then step forward. Stepping back with the other leg, reaching up along with the arms. And forward. Let's do one more each side, reaching up. See if you can get a little bit lower into the legs. And forward. And up. And forward. Pull out from V with the feet. Heels together, toes apart, hands on the hips, forward and front. Navel pulled in. Feel them come up and down, nice and slowly up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Halfway up. And down. Up. Down. 3, 2, and 1. Come up and hold. Take the arms to a cactus position. Open and close. So you can get really high on those tiptoes. That's it. Elbows to shoulder height. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Feet go back to hip distance. Take one leg up, holding it up, pulling the navel in. Circle your arms behind you. Try and keep the arms straight. And then you're going to take your leg behind you, bring the arms forward. try doing this after a few glasses of wine. Place that foot down. Other leg comes up. Arms go behind you. And then take that leg behind you. Arms go forward. Excellent. So coming back to the top of your mat. Turn to these step back lunges that we know and love. Now we're all warmed up for them. We're going to step back with the right leg. Get nice and low into that leg. So you're trying to get your back leg sort of parallel with the floor. So a really big deep step back. Torso is up. Take the left arm out to the side in the low V position. Up to T. Up to Y. So palm is facing forwards, arms straight. To T. To V. And L, so that's in line with the body. Go up to V, T, and Y, really straight through the arms. T, V, and L. So you can get a bit lower in the legs. Really come down low. Going D, T, okay, no problem. Stay a little bit higher up. T, V, and L. T, Y, T, V, L. And then we're going to go all the way up and all the way down, all the way up and all the way down. You can keep your knees, you can keep your legs straight, no problem. If it's sore, we don't want to aggravate. Let's do a couple more. So just take it with a forward stance, perfect. Well done. One more rotation. And step forward. And we'll step back with the left leg. Well done. Getting nice and low in those legs. Perfect. Now we're going to take, which one's got a little room? Go to the side. So now we're going to put the left arm down by your side. Right arm starts in the V position, so your palms facing forwards. Up to T, Y, T, V, and L, to V, T, Y, T, V, L, Y, well done. T, V, and L. One more. V, T, Y, T, V, and L. Get lower in those legs. And all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. For 2 and 1. Sitting forwards, come to the back of your mat. Roll the shoulders. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, chin to chest, rolling down the spine. Pausing at the bottom, and then bending the knees as much as you need. Walk the hands forward into plank. Take the hips low, and the abs really drawn in, so navel pulling into your spine. Spread your fingers nice and wide, straighten your legs. Hold, pushing the ground away from your hands. Hold, hold, hold. For 3, 2, 1, don't go anywhere. Step your right foot to your right hand. And then twist your right arm open towards the ceiling. Gently place it down, step the foot back. Left foot to left hand. Left arm up to the ceiling, straightening the back leg. And down one more each side, step the foot back. Right foot to right hand. Twisting open. And down, step the foot back. The foot in. Twisting open. And down. And then bend the knees. Push back into your shell. Press the palms down into the mat. Well done. Rolling forwards, come to lie down on your front. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders and really squeeze the glutes like crazy. Keeping the feet down, the elbows underneath the shoulders, perfect, well done. And from here we're going to squeeze, 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 and then press the palms down into the ground. See if you can raise yourself up a little bit higher. If you can't, don't worry. You your back doesn't want to go up that high, that's absolutely fine. We just take it to the point where it feels like that's a good spot and then stay there. So you're pressing into the, that's it, straightening the arms. If you can, don't worry if you can't. And hold. That's it for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently lower the elbows down. Take the arms out in front of you, palms facing down. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, and lift the arms and the legs up high. Really squeeze the glutes. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower down. Turn your palms so that your palms are facing one another. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, lifting everything up. And now we're going to go for a nice slow swim. So opposite hand to opposite leg. Dips down really, really slowly. Really, really slow and controlled. And breathe. Keep squeezing the glutes. Well done. Looking good. Well done. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower down. Keep your feet down for this next exercise. We're going to do variation swimming breaststroke, so I'm sure you're all familiar with how to do it. Only now it's on dry land. Keep your hips pressed down, palms facing down, and at the top really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Nice and slow and controlled. Try and keep your elbows nice and high. Well done. Excellent. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rest down for just a moment. Breathing in and out, squeezing the glutes. Taking your arms back to the cactus position. Rising up, so bringing the chest and the arms and the head up. You're going to take a little lean over to one side and straighten the arm to the side that you're leaning towards. And then bend it back into centre. Then move over to the other side, straighten the arm. Really smooth movements. Really opening. You might feel a bit daft, but also feel that you're strengthening all of those upper back muscles very efficiently. So the higher up you come, the harder you're going to be working the triceps as well. Well done. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to centre, pushing yourself up into your box position. Fingers spread nice and wide. Now you're probably all familiar with cat-cow. Instead of going into the arch, we're going to come to neutral. So we're going from neutral into a rounded spine. Inhale to neutral. Exhale to rounded spine. Inhale to neutral. Really at your own pace. Well done. Just a couple more. Well done. Coming back to neutral, place your forearms down on the mat. Tuck your toes under. Keep your navel really pulled in and try to think about tucking your tailbone under slightly to avoid a curl in the lower back. From here we're going to straighten the legs and bend. When you bend, don't let the knees touch the mat. You're just hovering them. Well done. Keep going. Exhale to rise up. Inhale down. Exhale, rise. Inhale down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Push yourself back up into box. Tuck the toes. Keep the fingers spread wide. Big breath in. Exhale. Hover the knees up. Float them up and hold. And then step your feet together. Squeeze the knees together. Unless you have sore knees, in which case, give them a break. And we're going to take the knees to one side and then the other. So the arms stay still, the chest stays pointed down. It's the lower half of the body that's swiveling. Obliques are doing the work. Well done. Keep going. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Come to seated. Well done. Take your elbows down in your tanning position, chilling out position. Well done. Excellent. So we're going to take the feet up into tabletop and then glue the knees together. So really squeeze the knees together, point the toes, and push up into the chest. Your chest is really pushing up towards the ceiling. Pull the navel in. So you're going to twist your knees one way and then the other. Twisting one way and then the other. So it should be a really controlled movement. Feeling it in the core. The movement is coming from your abdominals. Squeezing the knees together. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. You can repeat that or straighten the legs and twist. And twist. And twist. Twist. Keep breathing. Well done. The 3, the 2, and 1. If anyone's shoulders feeling a bit tired, feel free to take this on your back. Otherwise, you can stay up so you can be down in this position to do this exercise. It's pretty fun. Or we can stay up on the shoulders, keep pressing the chest up towards the ceiling. Having a sauna in my face mask, trust me. So now we're going to keep the navel wrinkled in. Twist over to one side, straighten the legs, bend, twist over to the other side, and straighten. And then keep changing. Pointing the toes, keeping the legs together, nice and smoothly. So affectionately name the can exercise. Keep going. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Face the feet down. Come to lie down on your back. Collapse for a moment. Make sure you have enough space because we're going to be elongating the limbs out to the side in a moment. So we're going to float the feet up towards the ceiling and the arms. Take the palms so that they're facing one another. You can try and keep the legs straight. If there's a little bend in the knee, that's fine. So from here, putting the navel down to the spine, we want the lower back glued to the mat. We're going to separate the arms and legs, take them out to the side, and then as you bring them in, crossing over at the wrists and at the ankles. So we're going to inhale, open, exhale, close. If you feel a tugging in your hip flexors, keep a little bend in the knee. Nice smooth movements. We want to make sure the lower back doesn't leave the mat. So if you feel that it wants to, don't open your arms and legs as wide. Well done. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep going. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest, we'll rock side to side. Coming back up into this lovely position. Taking the palms, they're facing your feet now. Pointing the toes. We're going to take opposite arm and opposite leg down and then up. Inhale down, exhale up. And we're going to try and keep the remaining arm and leg nice and still. And again, keep your lower back glued to the mat. So if you feel it start to arch, don't take the leg as low. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up the knees into the chest. We're going to go for a crisscross. Take the feet to your tabletop, legs to tabletop. Bring the hands behind the head, elbows wide. And we're going to go into your crisscross. Nice and slowly, keep the navel nicely pulled down. Well done. Keep going. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest, and rock side to side. We're going to go for a rollover. The idea of having your legs overhead is not for you, totally fine. I'll show you how to do rollover prep. Otherwise, make sure you've got plenty of room behind you. So, we're going to just go for a fairly simple rollover. Take the feet up. You're going to just go for rollover. Let's all start with rollover prep. So let's start by crossing the ankles, keeping a little bend in the knees. Keep the navel pulled in. And using your abdominals, pressing your hands and your arms down, you're going to lift the hips up on an exhale and lower. So either we're going to stick with this movement for the next while and practicing that to develop their strength, or if you want to take it further, we're going to uncross the ankles, big breath in to prepare, exhale, lift your hips up and overhead. You can have your hands to support you, and then we'll go for control and balance. So flex the feet, and then we just tap one toe down, and then the other overhead. Well done. Only rolling onto the shoulders, so please don't go as far as your neck. Well done. Doing a nice stretch across the top of the leg. If you're doing the rollover prep, uncross and recross your ankle with the other leg on top. And I know it's burning, but you're doing really well. Couple more. If you're in a rollover position, take your feet all the way overhead. Just hang out here for a moment. And gently bend your knees, you can roll yourself back down. Hug your knees into your chest, everyone hug your knees into your chest, and rock side to side. Well done. Taking the feet down. I'm going to go for a couple of spine curls. Tuck the tailbone under, peel your spine off of the mat, pushing into the heels, hips nice and high. And then inhale back down. Exhale to peel up. Inhale down. Exhale up and hold. Pushing into the heels. Excellent. So now we're going to take your right leg straight up towards the ceiling and your left arm up towards the ceiling, palm facing the foot. We're going to lower the arm and lower the leg and then bring them back up. Lower the arm, lower the leg, bring them back up. Really push into the heel of the left foot. So opposite arm, opposite leg are moving. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep the hips high, inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bend that foot. Okay, let's take the left foot up towards the ceiling, right arm up. Keep pushing into the heels. Can't have you walking in circles, so to the other side. Palm facing the foot. As lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, lower, and lift. Pushing into the right foot. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And gently bend it down. Make sure those feet are hip distance. Go for a couple of spine curls again. To relax everything out. Well done. Nice and gently up and down. Excellent. Very good. Come to lie on your left hand side. Let's take the legs out to a Y, it's an L shape, sorry. So have your head resting on your arms, so your legs are perpendicular to your body. Pull your tummy in. Let's finish off those glutes, shall we? So we can flex the feet. Try and make sure your hips are stacked, your knees, your feet, everything's in alignment. And we're going to lift that top leg and lower. Try and reach them through both your legs. They're really nice and straight if you can get them. Lifting up and lowering. Lifting up and lowering. Lift, and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it up at hip height. Take it back in a diagonal line up behind you. So like you're drawing past an X. So back in a diagonal line, leading the heel. Well done. Keep going. Nice and smooth. Well done. Just 3, 2, and 1. Keeping it hovering at hip height. Take the leg up so you're going to keep yourself in the forehead and back. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Let's change sides. Come on to the other side. It should be on fire. Mine is. So resting your head on your arm, taking your leg down toward L position, stepping the hips and knees. Well done. And we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try and keep straight legs. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hovering at hip height, we're going to go back in a diagonal line and forwards. Back and centre. Back and centre. Back and centre. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bring them towards the head. Forwards. Nice and controlled. Forwards. And forwards. 3, 2, and 1. And down. Bend the knees. Pushing yourself up. Spinning around. Let's have the fingers facing away from you. Man's giving me death stares over there. Take the feet in. Pushing the chest up towards the ceiling. And then pushing into the heels to bring yourself up into your reverse box. So we want the heels under the knees. Any sore shoulders, we might want to sit this one out. Bring the hips up as high as you can. And we're getting a really strong chest opener here. So really push up. Squeezing into the heels. Really squeeze. Breathe. Well done. Hold, squeeze the hips high. Breathe. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, lower down. Well done. Take your feet together. Well done, everyone. And then if your knees are up high, then use your elbows to push them down. If your knees are relatively low, then you can hold onto your feet and bring your chest forwards, leading with the chest, in the neck in line with the spine. And I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive in this position, but try not to let your shoulders creep up by your ears. Try to keep them pressed back despite being in this hunched forward position. Well done, everyone. Coming up, let's take the feet out wide. If you feel you're sort of rocking back ever so slightly, then bring one leg in, otherwise you'll put your legs out. Leaning towards one of the legs, you can take your shin, your ankle, your foot, flexing the foot, and then leaning overhead. Keeping that leg straight that you're leaning towards. Let's change sides. So taking a hold of your shin and both and leaning over. Coming up. Let's come to lie down on our backs, crossing one ankle over the knee, and then either pushing that knee away or bringing the knees in towards your body. And then let's change sides. And release, hugging one knee into your chest, other leg goes long. Take the knee across towards your opposite shoulder. This is for the hips, not the back. So we should keep most of the back on the floor. Don't worry if it raises up a little bit. But you might find that you need to take the knee higher or kind of more across the body, depending on where you feel the most resistance. And that's where you want to hang out for a second. And release, changing sides, other knee hugs into the chest, and then taking it towards the opposite shoulder. And release, gently rolling over onto one side. Let's come up to squat position. I mean low squat, that is. And I'm kind of stealing this from yoga, but don't tell anyone, it's all good. So we're going to take your hands inside your legs, take one leg out to the side, flex the foot, and then lean towards the side that you're stretching out. Keep that leg straight. You should feel an intense stretch at the inner thigh. Some really impressive people I've seen do this. You can get that leg that they're not stretching, the bent leg, foot flat on the ground when you're to achieve that. So really flex that foot, the foot should be pointing up towards the ceiling, we're leaning in towards it. Doing kneeling. Taking one leg forwards, hands down. Take the back leg back as far as you can. And then either you can stay with your hands down or you can bring your hands up into your knee. And the higher up you bring your torso, the more you're going to feel it. And then picking up the back foot, bringing it into the body. Sore knees might be best to omit this one. And gently release, pushing your weight back, bring your hands down, straightening the front leg, flexing the foot. Key here, the hips are going to want to twist over towards the side that goes, side of the bent leg. Try and untwist them so they're a little bit more square on, in line with the front leg. And then leaning forwards a bit more until the back of your leg is like, oh my god. So flexing that foot, opposite of pointing, that's it. Gently bend to release, take the leg back, other leg goes forward, hands go down, take the back leg back as far as you can, and you can either stay down or bring your hands up onto your leg. And again, the more your torso comes up, the more you'll feel it. On the back foot. And gently release. Pushing yourself back, straightening out the front leg, flexing the foot again. Try and lean your hips a little bit towards the front leg, one that's straight. And then bring your chest towards the thigh. Really keep that front leg straight and foot flexed. Bring yourself up to standing. Interlace your fingers behind your back, but kind of in the wrong way, so to the dominant hand would normally be on top, taking the other way. And then you're going to push your chest up towards the ceiling and take the arms as far away from the body as you can. With a good stretch through the chest. And then leaning forward from the hips. Take the hand up towards the ceiling. Gently bend the elbows, lower the arms. Take your hands to the back of your legs and use the resistance to pull your chest towards your thighs, your legs straight. And gently release and rolling up through the spine. Taking the fingertips together, elbows wide. Go from side to side. Taking the arms up and overhead, big breath in. Exhale over to one side. Inhale, center, exhale over to the second side. Inhale, center, exhale over to the right side. Inhale, center, exhale over to the second side. Inhale, center, shake wrists, shimmy shoulders.
Right, 1, 2.